go. Let me just get it pulled up on my laptop. You get some like intro music for my streams. I gotta figure out how to do that. Close. Okay, I'm just getting it pulled up on my computer right now. Let's hear how we sound. Should be pretty good. Oh yeah, that's fine. Killer. What is up? What's up? One train and plane guy. All right, yeah, we're back at rocking and rolling. I figured, I'll give it a second for some people to potentially trickle in, but I figured Fridays, maybe we could start making this a routine thing where, I can fix up some of the trains that we have coming in. So we'll just give it a second. We'll see if anyone pulls up. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are busy. A lot of stuff going on Friday night. However, I had nothing going on, and I was like, "Well, let's fire up the live stream." Yeah, I'll be excited to see what you got. What'd you pick up? Steam engine, diesel, some rolling stock. What'd you get? A lot of random stuff from trains, 2 steam, 1 diesel, a lot of rolling stock. All right, that's good. Do you know what kind of radius are you going to be running it on? Are you using like tube track? Are you using fast track? What do you got? Whatever the MTH track is? Okay, nice. I like real tracks. We were talking about it on the stream yesterday, but I know I'm really interested in potentially picking up some 042 real tracks. I was also looking today at grabbing some Gargraves, potentially getting some Gargraves 042, which is what I said I'd do at the beginning. At the beginning, I said I was going to pick up some Gargraves for my layout, but haven't done so yet. Mainly just been buying trains. Lots of trains, lots of trains. Yeah, but we missed you, man. Yesterday was fun. Yesterday was our first live stream. We were just testing it out. Had a good amount of viewers show up. I don't know how well it'll go tonight. All we'll be doing, I've got this guy right here. I've also got another 242 right here that we also need to fix. Tons of 242s to fix. And I've got some early, I want to say pre-war American Flyer as well that I want to tackle. Rail fanning, I don't know. I've rail fanned a little bit like close to where I live. I've just never been super into rail fanning. I also don't know a ton about like actual trains. I just know a lot about the toy trains, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I haven't done too much. I've done a little bit, and the little clips that I have rail fan, I've posted on Reddit, and they're you can check out my Reddit in the description, I think. And I've got a few clips, but most of it is like the only clips that I have rail fanning are I have some Cascade, some Amtrak stuff, and a little bit of Pacific and Western, just a little bit. What's up, Jack Trains? Thanks for tuning in. Huge rail fan who and who doesn't love 242s. Who's got two thumbs and hates 242s? This guy. I can't. I have so many of them. I probably have 8 or 9 242s right now. Like I probably could make an entire loop on my layout right now of just 242s. It's just yeah, I guess I'm just unlucky. But let's take this guy out to the layout. So I picked this guy up at a thrift store. What is better, MTH or Lionel? It depends. It really depends. I like Lionel's command control. I think Lionel has a like way better command control in my opinion, and it's very fluent. Uh, Lionel is kind of like Apple, right, of the train world. Lionel products work very well with each other, but there's just this huge barrier between Lionel like working with other types of products. Like you can't run like legacy stuff does great on fast track and especially fast track switches. Yeah, then you can actually use like legacy and do switching yards and stuff. But then start like running Lionel stuff on like other switches. Then you start running into issues where you have their expensive trains. They start like they're shorting. They start sparking on the switches, and and similarly to Apple, it's kind of what we're stuck with. It's like there's really nobody else doing right now what Lionel's doing. MTH took a big step back, but it just depends. It really depends. Most of the old Lionel from the 70s, 80s, yeah. MTH PS1 for -9, nice. I've got some PS1 stuff. I assume you've upgraded it to a BCR, which that's what I'm waiting on. I've got two BCRs on the way for a UP Veranda Turbine and a what you call it, an Amtrak Genesis. I've got so two of those PS1s. I'm really excited to get them working. Just the batteries have completely crapped the bed. Also, I lied. This is a 240. I don't think it's a 240 by design, though. It clearly looks like it's supposed to have a rear set of, like, it's supposed to have two wheels in the back for sure. This guy, though, we picked up at a thrift store. It was $8. I felt like I couldn't pass it up for $8. The only downside, it's one of the Scouts. It's got the plastic frame, which really stinks. It means it never got upgraded, so it could crack. And then additionally, you guys can see right there. Unfortunately, she's got a good crack right there. Oh, she's got a good crack. Ayo. It's a P42. I actually have it on my shelf right now to fix. I'll show you guys. Here, it's right here. And then the old battery right there is, that's the OG one. So we're waiting on some new parts for it. It also needs two new their little magnetic couplers. So I got to solder in two new ones for it. So a lot of parts for that one. And then it'll be for sale up on the eBay eventually. Left-handed, what's up, dude? Stream started like 8 minutes ago. I think I'm planning on making this like a weekly thing on Fridays. I think good way to round out the week, and we're just gonna fix stuff. I always have so many broken things, so there's always something to fix. Let's see, train and plane guy into anything Amtrak. Yeah, I see. I'm also a big Amtrak guy. Railroad connections with Amtrak. Hey, that's pretty good. You're like kind of like an insider. Always have lots of broken things. See, the upside of broken things, similarly to this Scout right here, is they're so cheap. That's the best part. The best part about buying them is they cost like nothing. So $8 local find. We're just gonna move over. Almost fell. We're just gonna move over to the layout. Let me scoot you guys up. Yeah, I think I've got faith that maybe it'll run. It only seems like super locked up, but we'll see. Oh, stream lagging? Yeah, if the stream's lagging, please let me know. I've got my live feed going on my camera or on my laptop, and I don't think it's lagging. Let's see. All right, we've got the transformer on. Let's see if we've got any luck. Well, the light coming on is definitely promising. I'm sure you guys saw that. Okay, that's good. Let's see if maybe the E unit is giving us some trouble. Okay, sounds like we're coming alive a little bit. See if maybe we can wiggle it. Give it a good old smack. Let's see if we have any luck. All right, I don't want to burn out the armature. What it seems like though is these drivers right here, I mean, they're not moving at all. So I think we've got some, we're seized inside of here. So probably have to clean out a bit of the drivetrain. Let's get this guy opened up. We'll take it back over to our bench. And it feels nice. It's been a second since we've done. Oh, also, I'm sure you guys look at all. This is all broken. Everything here, all broken. A lot of stuff. But it's been a second since we've been at the bench fixing trains. Feels so nice to be back. Yeah, I will say this train reeks of cigarettes. So you know it's probably got a really good life. I think we'll probably start by trying to get these screws off on the sides right here. Oh, and recently, you know, it's funny. I've got it in the background, but I'm not even using it. We've got a foam block now. This is like starting to turn into a legit operation. That way we don't have to have it on site. That is a, I believe it's actually post-war. I don't think it is, I do not think it is MPC. It does not run right now. So if you want to see it, Left-Handed Railroader, we'll fix it. We can do that. We can work on that after this guy. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm also a big fan of the buds. I think they're sick. There's a local tourist line to me, the Oregon Coast Scenic Railroad. They've got, I think, 2 or 3 buds that they have on one of their sidings of it, but they're not runners right now, which is a bit unfortunate. At least I've never seen them run. Runs like a dream. Well, hopefully by the end of our stream, maybe we'll be able to have one running like an absolute top. You know, it reminds me, I think I've got a short on my YouTube channel of Polar Express bud cars. Guys, don't even get me started on my opinions of Lionel and Polar Express. Ooh, that's a good grab. See, oh, I'm jealous. I wish I had a 2500 baggage car. That's one of the ones I'm missing right now. Train and Plane, is that a runner? Like, is it, or do they just have one for display? I can't seem to get this screw out. There we go. Yeah, I've got we were running it yesterday, but I have 3 of the 2500 series, but I'm missing that baggage car. Wow, this thing's pretty on there. Let's see, we don't have to unscrew this. Penn Central, nice. There we go. Well, we may have to solder in a new light connection. Man, look at how old the wiring is on here. Holy. Yeah, she's a little rough, that's for sure. Got 2 wires. I wonder if we can pop out this light real quick. Any information about Baltimore, Ohio 2,500 passenger cars would be greatly appreciated if anybody knew anything about them. You think yours may be rare? After this stream, I'll look into it. I'll see if I can figure out anything about them. I can't think like off the top of my head, but what's making you think that they may be rare? We're gonna take this guy off real quick. Just to get a look at this light bulb. Yeah, that's the worst. I hate that, it can be really tough to find information about certain cars from time to time. There's been such little info online about them. All right, there we go. Well, here's our light bulb. Well, it looks like there's no easy way that's going to be coming through. That's fine. So our big issue right now is, I mean, you guys can see right there. I mean, it's just super seized up. So what I wonder if we can do, let's try to get some oil in here and see if we can loosen it just a little bit. And it's pretty stuck. Now that's a good point. We can just take off this cover right here. Set that guy right there. I will say though, this is going to be wired in, but this will give us a good view of how much grime we make. Oh, wow. Look at all of that fuzz in here. It's pretty bad. There we go. Things that you don't want to be inside of your train's drivetrain. Definitely be these guys right here. Yeah, definitely not the best. Yeah, I agree. She really has been loved. Holy. But I don't think it's enough hair for half a cat. Yeah, hey, don't say that too loud. My cat may hear that. Yeah, this is why we don't run trains on the ground. Okay, this is prime reason why we don't. I'm gonna move you guys in a little closer. Yeah, to be fair, it's really not that bad. And if we can get it rocking and rolling, then it'll be she'll be a great pickup. The big thing we're struggling with right now is we just got to get these wheels freed up. See, this is better. Only binding a little bit. Yeah, it could be a good parts unit, but I feel like we've got everything here to have a runner. Do I have a tender? Nope. This is exactly how she came. Let's pop off these. Oh, I don't have my pliers with me. That's all right. We'll use these electrical crimpers. Let's see if we can get. Yeah, I agree. I see that crack as well, which definitely stinks. SBR, what's up? Welcome to the chat, bro. Yeah, SBR, we're thinking that we're going to start doing this, maybe once a week on Fridays, doing little fix-in Fridays. But yeah, left-handed, I agree that wheel's definitely the wheel's cooked, but I don't see why, you know, in half an hour's time we can't at least have a runner for a little bit. So we're gonna take off both of our rods just for the meantime, because I just want to get this guy rocking and rolling. Yeah, Fixin' Fridays came up with that one. I don't know, 5 minutes ago, or like right before the stream. It was like right before the stream. I was brainstorming. I was like, man, what would be a good name? And then it came to me. It was like a vision. Let's get this plate off. We're gonna see if we can clean up the armature a little bit. This will be a great telltale of how much runtime we've had. I shouldn't have put the oil on it first. Now I'm thinking about it, but live and learn. Hoorah! Sounds like a nice Friday. Currently working on the layout, drinking a Donna's pickle beer. Love to hear it. I'm glad you're enjoying tuning in. Yeah, I just want this to be nice and chill Friday. I know some of us have some pretty stressful weeks, and this is so we can all hang out and fix some trains. Went outside on my porch. Lightning struck right next to it. Whew. Can't say it's been. I haven't had too many storms over here recently, which is pretty nice. So hopefully everybody's all right, man. Glad to know that you didn't get hit by the lightning. All right, moment of truth. Let's see how we're doing. So, well, if you want to talk about runtime, this is all that's left of this brush. For the record, this brush is incredibly worn. It's also, I'm not sure how well you guys can see it, but it's also worn unevenly. And I think part of the reason why it's worn unevenly is if you notice, I think there was only one brush, or yeah, there was only a brush. So that may be a little bit of some insight into this train. But that right there is a really dirty armature. That's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. And I picked this up from SMT Mainline, but one of the best ways that I've found to clean these is with this little fiberglass pencil. This has been great. It only takes a little bit of work. And look at that. That was, I don't know, 5 seconds right there. Already great. And a ton of gunk off of it. I mean, this is just rough. This is pretty rough. Yeah, this train has seen better days, that's for sure. But glad to know that you're working on your HO layout, and I hope you're. Do you have Are you going to make like a permanent O gauge layout, or is it just going to be temporary? And then another important thing you want to do whenever you're cleaning these, you just need to make sure that you clean out in between the commutator segments. If there's too much carbon soot that's built up here, you could potentially short between them, and then that defeats the entire purpose of the commutator. Hey, taking over the garage, if they let you, I would say that's a positive. If they offer, I'd take that up in a heartbeat. Be like, heck yeah, get moved in. Kind of it seems kind of like the same thing as SMT. He was in his parents' basement. Yeah, look at it's a bit hard to tell on the camera, but yeah, that's pretty. All that right there just came from in between those commutator segments, which is no bueno. Yeah, I'm thinking of starting the Instagram soon. I may make a post about it at some point, but I'm waiting on the green light to get an in-person store rocking and rolling. So I'm kind of trying to do all that at the same time. But we'll see. I'm waiting on some people to get back to me. And oh, all right, positive news. What's up, Josh Cannon? Positive news. I lied about the other brush. The other brush has been located. So we do have both brushes, which makes me feel really good about getting this back together and running because I don't have any spare brushes. So love to see it. Buying a motorhome and stripping everything out to get the layout I wanted. That's a pretty creative idea. Yeah, I guess kind of the upside of that too is, if you've got it in a motorhome, you almost could like drive it around too if you really wanted to. I don't know what the upside of that would be. I don't know why you would, but it's just a thought. It's like, oh, I guess you could. See if I can get my camera to focus. We're just gonna get a little bit of oil on that Baron right there. And I feel like we probably could just put this guy back in. See how dirty. It's not. I mean, it's bad, but it's not that bad. This grease is actually not too dry. Oh, see, and that's great. Then you don't have to tear down too much of the layout. Josh, you're going to see the big boy tomorrow in Illinois. Oh, you're a lucky duck. I wish I could go see the big boy. Unfortunately, it did not come as close as I wanted it to me, and it just didn't. Fortunately, it just didn't end up working out, and I was not able to go see it. Which it stinks a little bit, but I'll be all right. I'm sure I'll be able to see it at some other point in my life. All right, let's get our brush plate back on. Make sure we don't lose both of our brushes. The real smart thing, sheds. A poopy motorhome that is much larger doesn't need permits here in California is like 3K. Oh, see, yeah, there you go. Being out in California, that'll probably do it for you right there. I'm on the West Coast, but I am not in California. I'm thankful. Max shed without a permit is 12 by 12. And then see at that point, if you're putting everything in the train shed, right? You need room for shelving. You need room to actually have the layout. Plus, you got to stand somewhere. So I feel like 12 by 12 just isn't enough. That's my opinion, though. Lightning is really loud. But now I know it's extremely loud. Yeah, dude. I hope your ear's better. Fingers crossed, man. Yeah, lightning right next to you. That's no joke right there. For those of y'all that are tuning in, all we're just hanging out, talking, curious how your guys' day was. If you guys got any recent pickups, tell me in the chat. All we're doing is fixing. We've got this terrible 242. It's even missing one of the axles, so it's only a 240. Would love to hear what you guys got going on. We got some rail fanning, train and plane. You're talking about the Norfolk Western 611. Yeah, the 611 is really cool. At some point, I really would like to go see it. Oh, there we go. Oh, what's up, user 66? Yeah, this is already moving a lot better. That's what we love to see right there. See if we can try to get just a little bit more oil on the other side over here. Second time seeing 4014, nice. Josh, have you seen any other ones? I've seen 4017 and 18, I believe. Let's see. Luis just got a Lion Chief plus a 5. Ooh, great pickup. Great pickup. Love to hear it. They have a lot of diesels behind. Yeah, I noticed that. It's funny you mention it. Yeah, they have so many diesels behind it. I thought that was really interesting. Let's make sure it looks good. Looks like our wire hasn't come undone on our plate, so let's get the screw back in here. Getting plans to go rail fanning for a railroad festival in Pennsylvania? Nice. Josh, you've seen 4017? Yeah, Josh, I saw it at the Wisconsin museum as well. Speed control, Bluetooth, all the bells and whistles. Man, I'm telling you, once you get your first like nice, I don't know if it's your first or whatever, but once you get the speed control and all the crew talk and everything going on, you just can't go back. It's so hard to. I'm spoiled now. I'm spoiled. I mean, I know the diesels aren't doing anything; they're just there for the looks. Well, the diesels also the main point of the diesels is they're able to brake. They're able so that way they're not using the brakes on the 4014. So they're mainly there just for braking, and if poop really hit the fan. What's up, Strasburg number 90? Thanks for tuning in, bro. I want to go to the St. Louis Train Museum. I have not been there. Strasburg, you've seen 4012 and 4014. Nice. See, Luis, I agree. It also like I can't if I go to a train show and it is just endless rows of boomers and post-war that they think is worth $1 million. I just can't anymore. I literally can't. Yeah, left-handed. If you couldn't guess, there's nobody really making breaks anymore for big boys. Shocker, I know. Oh, that's good. I didn't know that. Yeah, I haven't been there. I'm trying to go to more rail museums, but that is definitely one that I have not been to. All right, next big thing that we want to get back on here are our brushes. So if I was really like caring about this, which I do, I care about my trains, but if I really wanted to fix this, we would definitely put in more brushes. This brush is incredibly worn down. This one is also pretty worn. I mean, you compare the size to these, it's pretty rough. Yeah, steal them off the other ones. I'm sure at some point they've probably I'm sure a lot of parts of the big boys have come courtesy of other big boys. Like if I had to guess. This is interesting. I'm not. Where's the spring? Oh, there it is. I'm like looking in here. I'm like, what, dude? Oh, what's up, AW Yost? What's up, man? It's pretty cool. That's a big place on the bucket list that I need to go to is Strasbourg. At some point, it would be really cool to go to York. Oh man, I'd love to go to York. I could link up with like all the other people that make train related content and buy some trains that aren't just post war slop at all the local shows. Wow, this brush really doesn't want to go back in. Go in your hole. There we go. All right, there's one brush. Yeah, I agree. No wonder it fell out. You got a friend who works at Cherry Hill? Nice. All right, let's get post-war slop. This is, I think this is post-war slop, 100%. By the way, that's what we're fixing right now. This train, I'm gonna sell this train for probably less. I'll sell this for like $10. Like, and I bet you there's some boomer out there that's trying to sell this for like $200. I know what I got. Watching a video by UP and they actually made a ton of new parts for 4014. That's really, I feel like it's kind of wholesome, but it also makes sense. I feel like you kind of have to. They took a Challenger's tender and used it for the big boy. Yeah, rest in peace, 844. I need to check into the videos about 4014. That's for sure. Well, it's good. It's it's promising that they care so much about it. I'm worried that this brush may not be sprung down by the spring. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Well, this is pretty promising. I'm sure you guys have noticed, but we've ton more fluidity now. This is what we like to see right here. It's just binding a little bit, but that's pretty solid. I don't feel like putting the push rods back on, so we're just gonna screw, or whatever these are, this drivetrain stuff. So we're just gonna screw this guy in. Would I consider making a Discord in the future? I don't know. I feel like the channel is really only just now starting to pick up. But if y'all want me to, like, shoot, I don't see why not. Post-war slop is brutal, but it's the truth, especially with the rusted lighted tires and stuff. That's basic. Oh my gosh, yeah. And the worst is because the boomers deep down inside know that it's not. The boomers know that it's not worth the money. What's worse than the boomers are the people on Facebook Marketplace, which sometimes there is some overlap. But it's like whenever you're buying trains on Marketplace, oh my goodness. You always have to explain to people, like, hey man, like, you're not sitting on the holy grail of Lionel trains, bro. Your 242 Scout is not $1 million. I pinky promise. SBR Discord server is not worth it. Yeah, I mean, if I'm going like live every week, we can just hang out in the chat. And the Discord, I don't want to manage the Discord personally. I feel like drama happens in Discords and stuff. We've also got a Reddit. I'd rather personally, I would rather I'd rather make a Reddit page because I'm just on Reddit more. He's really into scale, great layout, definitely not glaze. Let's see. Facebook Marketplace is awful. Yeah, but it's Lionel. Oh my god, that's what everybody says. I have a Lionel line Scout Steam Locomotive 242. Josh, that is great. I'm sorry for all the 242 slander. I've been nonstop about this entire time. Josh, it just so happens to be that at Trains and Tech, I think I have 9 242s right now. Strasbourg, you've got a Pennsylvania Railroad Inspection lantern. Ooh, that's pretty nice. Pretty nice. So that's something that I really want to get more of, and I want to make a video about and get some more memorabilia. But I really want to get some naval Lionel stuff, like some of their compasses and stuff that they were using during the war. If I can get my hands on some of those, we'll be rocking and rolling. So we'll see. We'll see if I can find anything. I found, believe it or not, on Facebook Marketplace currently, there actually is a Lionel maritime compass that I want to buy. Oh, you have a Scout number 242? Oh yeah, wow, what a funny number right there. Great engine. See, some of my best runners are the 242s. I can only poop on them so much. A lot of the people are chuds. Bro, that is so true. So much of Discord is just a bunch of chuds. That's where the chuds hang out. Roblox train community, that sounds like hell. that sounds terrible. All right. Freed it up a bit. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna go grab a little brick to clean up our wheels here. See if we can get a little bit better connection whenever we go on the track. I will say the drivetrain is still binding a little bit, but it's not that bad. I think we should be able to get it to run. We may have to fix some of the wiring though. It's pretty bad. Like it's just really old. You just watch the trains, yeah. See, and no hate, by the way, no hate to anybody that's part of it, but that's just not my forte. Should we rename Discord to Chudcord? Yes, I agree. I agree. 10 pieces of discussing 2-track on Facebook Marketplace for $15. Yes, what a steal. You only have to put 2 hours into making it work. Oh, and hey, by the way, none of any modern train will be able to run on 27-inch 2-track. Do I repair modern trains? Yes, I do. I don't think tonight we're fixing any modern trains because I'm waiting on parts right now. But I've got 2 PS1 MTH diesels we're going to be fixing. I'm also waiting on parts for a Legacy ES44. So yes, we do fix modern trains. However, modern trains that are broken, I don't really get my hands on very often. Oh, also we're going to be fixing, I think I'm going to do a video about it, but I have an American Freedom train that I need to replace the smoke unit in. It's an MTH PS2 Rail King. So that video will be out eventually. No video tomorrow either. I've got to work on the 1,000 subscriber special, and I got to film all my collections. So that's going to take a second. Rather stay off of Discord. Too much drama. Yeah, Strasbourg, I agree. Oh yeah, Luis. Yeah, don't worry. I've got my TDAP shot. We're dialed in. 22 tracks on your layout. That's good. That's good progress, bro. Yeah, I think we'll probably try to stay away from Discord. I don't know, man. It just seems like it's a chud breeding ground. See, we're binding. Whenever we get right here, it doesn't. We seem to be getting stuck on something. Wonder what's up with that. SpongeBob Locomotive. SpongeBob Locomotive is great. There we go. Oh my goodness. I also hope it's not the zinc pest, but oh wow, moving this is like this is a workout right now. My live stream is very interesting. Yeah, this so I will say this is not very official repair. This is just kind of ooga booga repairing. So in the trenches, live. I wish I had a SpongeBob Locomotive that MTH did back then. Yeah, maybe later tonight when we fix it. Once we finish fixing a few of these, we'll pull out the SpongeBob train and we'll get it out and running. All right, let's head over to the layout. I'm not gonna put in the screws that bolt in the motor to the frame. I just don't feel like it. Hoorah! Do, 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 do. This is peak to listen to while listening to Roblox. Interesting. Oh, the wheels are hitting the track. Hold on. Well, I hope the wheels are hitting the track. That's not what I meant. I really hope the wheels are hitting the track. Dude, what am I saying? We've got some issues getting it back into the frame, getting back into the right spot. Come on. There we go. All right. Pretty sure that's supposed to be a 242. Oh, I agree. I also think it's supposed to be a 242. All right, let's see see if we have any better luck. Yeah, Luis, no, I agree. Yeah, I am the 242 god, unfortunately. Okay, let's flip the E unit because I know the E unit was being used. Oh, see, the wheels keep getting stuck. Yo, bro, who just typed tongue to her, bro? Yo, do not. Dude, if I had a moderator, I'd ban you. You'd be banned. Whoever just typed that, you'd be banned. Yeah, we've been live for just under an hour. Oh. Yeah, we still got the same issues. Our drivetrain is almost free. Sounds like the E unit is stuck. Yeah, we could disconnect the E unit. Wouldn't mind being mod. Yeah, maybe. Hi, Trains and Tech. I'm getting an M1 Kato N-Scale pack and an N-Scale Loco to start modeling. Dude, modeling mainline, that is great. Love to hear that you're getting into the hobby, dude. That is killer. Also, peep the live stream setup, guys. Hold on. I got to somehow navigate my tripod back to my seat. Yeah, look at that. We've got we've got the live stream pull up on a box. Lots of boxes in here. Yeah, we'll see. I'll see about looking into getting mods and stuff. I'm sure you guys can tell. I'm still trying to figure out like the whole live stream thing. I want to get like an overlay and get OBS hooked up at some point. Modeling mainline, bro. Awesome for you to tune in, man. I'm really glad that you enjoy the videos, bro. It's super awesome. Yeah, SMT, bro. He makes some good content. That's what got me started doing this. SBR looks like 6'7" kid. Yo, that's a slur, dude. Yo, that's fucked up. Wow, that's an insult. Yo, that's one insult. So I think what the issue is, like why we're getting stuck, may be because of how cracked our wheel is potentially. It may just be hitting it. Let's pop this guy back out there real quick. But did he lie? There may have been no lies told. 0 lies spoken. You're gonna get a 4014 HO train or OGA train on eBay or at a train show in October. Heck yeah. Dude, picking up a 4014, that's great. Hey, look, it's the Liberty wheel. True. I model 6'7" scale, bro. I will, with these dirty fingers, I will go over there and I will ban you guys. Yo, this is just so cooked, bro. This is electrical contact, bro. But this unit is just, all this is just so junk, bro. So bad. I wish I could get a better access to our E unit. Let's see if we can get this plate back off real quick. Hold on. Let's see how stuck this E unit is. Is there a big boy in O gauge? I don't really watch O scale by your vids. Yes, there is a big boy in O gauge. There's quite a few of them actually. A lot of people have made them over the years. Um, oh, here, let's see if we can grab. All right, yeah, there's a lot. There's MTH has made them. Lionel has made them. Like just about all the big names have made them, and a lot of times too, because they always sell. All right, so this is Trains and Tech's E-unit hack. So if you're like myself and you're too lazy to actually take one of these E-units apart and fix it properly, this is what you do. You get your electronic cleaner, right? Get this at your local O'Reilly's. Douse it in a good little 3-second spray, and then you just grab it and wiggle. Let's see, train and plane guy, you're heading out. Yeah, I hope you have a good rest of your day, bro. Yeah, have a good night. No video coming out tomorrow. We may go live again tomorrow night. I don't know. It's kind of fun going live. I'm fun messing around with it. Yeah, have a good night, man. All right. Hopefully, this means that our E unit's going to be a little bit better. If you're live, if I'm live tomorrow, you'll be there. Bet, bro. Yeah, we'll see. Most maybe I give like a 50-50, but definitely Fridays moving forward. I want to be going live. Okay, so there's that taken care of. Now we're still having. Turns out pickle beer is not good for people who get heartburn. You know, I definitely believe that. Pickle beer. That's isn't all beer kind of pickled? Well, it's like fermented, I guess. What's the knob I'm moving? So this knob right here is what the E unit uses to flip direction, and over time, these E units they'll get gunked up, and so this little knob right here. Let's see if I can. It's funny enough, it's actually stuck down. But anyways, whenever current reverses, I think the pole, like the magnetism, switches and induces like a field in the opposite direction, and so it'll cause like this guy to either like move up or down, which as a result will cause the train to either go forwards or backwards. Pretty sure it's something along the lines of that. Yeah, maybe a little too technical, but that's just like the basic gist. Yeah, still can't figure out where we're getting like caught. There's somewhere on here that we're hear that? Wait, there was a crunch for a second. Yeah, I don't know where we're getting stuck. Which sucks, but there is something that is blocking our drivetrain right now. It's right here. Oh, I think it's hitting our plate. I think it's hitting the E unit. Let's see if we can knock. Oh. Well, I didn't mean to do that. Well, tell you what. Do we just like maybe we just get rid of the E unit and see if this rolls any better. Oh no, it's still getting stuck. It's arguably even worse now. Yeah, it's just completely stuck. It goes freely almost this way. Let's see if we can find where it's getting caught up on. I think the issue may be I'm thinking our issue may be inside of here, unfortunately. And at that point, I don't know if I want to get that far into this. This one's unfortunately not really worth it. Well, let's see. Yeah, right here is the big point where we're getting stuck. I think part of it also has to do with how warped these are. I mean, you guys can see how bent these flanges are. Woohoo, which is so sad. Oh, I really wanted to get this guy up and running, but oh, ladies and gents, I'm not sure. I think this one may be a little too cooked. I agree. I think it's bent, and if this motor is not strong enough to overcome it being bent. Yeah, guys, we may have to write this one off, or we can always come back to it later. We've got other trains that I want to tackle tonight, but I think the issue with this, and also, let's see if I think I can zoom in. So if you guys look right here, the housing for the axle itself is really cracked. So the zinc pest, unfortunately, has spread. I think it's just warped at this point. So I do think that this one may be a little beyond saving. On the plus side, though, we did get the light to work. I mean, we could count that as a W. The light working is pretty good. It's like half the battle. But yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe getting a little graveyard going. This will be our this will be the first edition. I'm just gonna plop it on the layout right now. There we go. Super glue. Yeah, the only thing with super glue is I don't super glue won't fix the fact that it's just warped, but that one is just cooked. You should get a replacement chassis. Guys, I need to put in another trains order for some more stuff. So yeah, you know what? On the trains order, I'll get a new chassis for it, or a new motor. Excuse me. We'll get a new motor, and we'll get it. We'll run it. Sure, we'll do it in a few live streams. Why not? We'll keep it alive. Okay, we'll keep it alive. We're gonna get it running at some point. Let's see. I feel like the next appropriate thing, we were talking about it earlier, right? But let's get out the bud that we were talking about. I don't know if it's. Oh, and I think it's just a passenger car. Oh, never mind. Oh, the holy letdown. Yeah, I don't think it's a powered unit. I picked it up and I was like, oh, and there's no way. This is way too light. It does have a pickup though. Well, I'll tell you what. When we get something running, then we'll pull it around. That is there's no way. There's no way that is a powered unit. It's like 3 ounces. Okay. Next train that I wanted to tackle, we have. Oh, I feel bad, dude. My hands are so dirty. We've got this 258. And we've got this 258. I also have the freight cars for it. So I've got the whole set for this guy. And if I recall, I think all this needs is a cleaning. We'll put it on the track though real quick. I know, left-handed. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I thought it was a powered unit. In my defense, I thought it was a powered unit. Modeling mainline. You think you got a video idea? Video idea. Do tell. Do tell. In the meantime, though, let's go back over to our track and let's see what the dealio is with this guy. I wish I would have put a note on it, but I never put a note on what was wrong with it. So, whoop. Time to find out. If you need parts, S&W Part Supply is a great place to deal with. The owner, Bill, is extremely helpful. S&W, nice. Do they have a website, hopefully? If they have a website, I will check them out. If they do not have a website, they may be cooked. All right, let's get this guy on. Yep, to Novi's surprise, it is in fact a 242. It works. Oh, I see. The E unit. Okay. We've got to clean out the E unit. I see the problem. I was about to say, I was like, that thing was flying, but it's not going in reverse. How many 242s do I need? Apparently more than 9. You found them in O gauge modeler. Nice. Yeah, we'll tackle the E unit on this guy. We'll apply the trick that we were using for our other 242. Yeah, some pre-war action looks nice. I'm gonna wash my hands because this one's like a little nicer. It's like in pretty decent shape. So let's try not to get it too dirty. Yeah, no bathroom cam. All right, ladies and gents, we are back. Rocking and rolling. Hands are nice and clean. I didn't realize you had a bathroom right next to your layout. Yeah, that's like the most important part about model railroading is you got to have your bathroom nearby. I'm just kidding. I mean, it's just right down the hall from my room, right next door. Cool. Let's pop this off. So yeah, we can look underneath, and we've got our O27 stamping. I'm a big fan of the older like post and pre-war like plates that they put on the bottom. Yes, left-handed. You're missing one very key feature, aka the porta-john. All right. Oh, if you guys notice, look at this, guys. So somebody clearly has worked on this, and you can see right there that's some newer wires that have been soldered in, which is great. We love to see. We're not using the old wires that look like they're from the early 1800s. How much Railroadiana stuff do I have? I'm not sure what Railroadiana stuff is. Let's find where our screws are to get this guy out of here. Well, first off, I am seeing we've got a nut right here. Throw it across the room. No, we're not throwing this one across the room. It's too nice. It's too nice to throw across the room. Also, I think my landlord would be very upset if they tuned into a video and I was just throwing model trains around. Yo, Seth, what's up? Dang, Josh Kenny, you have 186 engines. That's a lot of trainage. What if I ask nicely? Well, if you ask nicely, how can I say no? Just kidding. I'm thinking that. Oh yeah, hold on. I see the lag. Good shout on the lag. Okay, hopefully it should be better. Fingers crossed. Okay, looks better. I'm looking at my computer. Yeah, guys, what do we think? There's that screw in here that I think I could go through to get it out. I think that's where I'm going to start. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off these rear wheels right here, and then we're going to go from there. Front of the engine reminds you of a Marx. Yeah, I've got some Marx that look a lot like this too. Maybe we can run those in a little bit. I am determined. We're going to fix one of these. Okay, we're going to fix something tonight. We're not leaving empty-handed. All right. So there's the wheel off. And yeah, I'm thinking here's one screw right here. And I'm loving all these modern, all these fresh wires on it. Yeah, this looks great. Well, let me get my pliers. You have a Marks NYC caboose. Good pickup. You talking about the green one? The black, green and white one? It's a scale coupler. It doesn't have an O gauge coupler. Yeah, their stuff is a little weird. Okay, looks like we've almost wiggled this guy out of here. We can take out these push rods real quick. Loosen these. Oh, guys, my cat came out. My cat has come to tune into the stream. Hold on. Cat intermission. Oh, never mind. She ran away from me. She's a little camera shy. She's a little camera shy. All right, hopefully I can somehow, dude, I wish, I don't have any pliers up here. Template pacemaker. Stream just had a huge lag spike again. That's so weird. I wonder why it's lagging. Next stream, I'll get, we'll try something else for the next stream. That's so weird. Hopefully it doesn't lag anymore for you guys. All right, all I'm doing right now is I'm just trying to slide out seeing if I can slide out our drivetrain so we can check out this E-unit. See if we can get the E-unit freed up a little bit. Our E-unit's unfortunately a little stuck. Let's see, Josh. I have a Marks O-gauge Candy Apple Red 666 steam locomotive that I got in 1985 when you're 4 years old. Wow. It's a good thing that you've held on to it, man. That's really cool. I've got a 666 as well. Maybe we can run that. All right, here's one push rod out. We had to get a little creative, guys. We had to get a little creative. Yeah, I had a bag of tools that I've kept like in my truck and stuff. Guys, I got my truck broken into. Yeah, I broke into my truck and I took all my tools. And so in there, I guess I didn't realize it, but in there I have my my pliers that I use for everything. So we're currently plierless. That's okay. I've got these little needle nose guys right here that we're able to make work. All right, and then here, that's our other push rod out. Yeah, that was super unfortunate. I was really upset whenever they did that. All right, all we're doing right now is we're just trying to get this guy out. 39 years old. Nice. Looks like we're hung up on something. Or we're close. Yeah, it's all good, man. Thieves suck. Thieves stink, dude. I'm thinking maybe we're gonna have to take this guy out. I really didn't think we would. Let's see. Runs like a top. Yeah, those marks, that early post-war mark stuff and pre-war, dialed. What's up, Simply Aviation? Your friend told you about my channel. I've got to say, pretty nice vids. Hey, man, I really appreciate it. That's really nice. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, all we're doing right now is we're trying to see if we can go ahead and fix this. Looks like a pre-war steamer. And we just took this weight out. So I'm hoping this weight will let us finally sneak our chassis off. That's the issue we have right now is we're trying to get this guy out. But no, I appreciate you for tuning in, man. Holy, I cannot get this guy out. Selling stuff at a train show, and somebody stole 2 of my wheels of a 4-wheel passenger car. Now it's going to be possible to sell, but why just take 2 wheels? See, I know, and I hate that when people do stuff like that. But it's probably because they needed it. Right? They needed it. They didn't want to pay for it. Did it when you weren't looking? Yeah. See, that stuff like that is that's just the worst, man. Thieves, man, thieves. All right, we are still working on getting this guy out. Trying to, I feel like we've unscrewed everything. I'm like pretty positive everything's been unscrewed. Nothing in on the top. I'm not into replacement wheels for it. Yeah, see, yeah, man, that just blows. Oh, okay, there we go. See, moments like now, I wish I could use the flashlight on my phone to look in here, but I guess that's the downside of streaming on my phone. Oh, I think I just broke the light bulb. Oh, you hate to see it. I just broke the light bulb. No, that would be that guy right there. Well, that stinks. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's see if we can shake out the light debris. Hold on. Yeah, I can't really script it. I really can't script that kind of stuff. Because for some reason, for the life of me, I can't get, pop. Yeah, that's exactly how it sounded too. Pop. It's pretty unlucky. I wonder if I have to, man, do I really have to undo the tabs? I wonder, does anybody in here have a little bit more experience on this pre-war stuff than I do? Well, first of all, now I'm raining glass everywhere. Luckily, we've got replacement bulbs. I got them in the room over. Oh, there's a little bit more glass. Glass, anybody? Oh my goodness. What on earth? All right, let's see if we can pop off the shell real quick. Maybe. I'll take some glass. Tastes great. Yeah, you guys ever heard of there's that dude who like ate a whole airplane, but he like ate it in chunks. You know, maybe hopefully I don't sound insane. But there's this guy who got famous for like he just like ate like tiny bits of an airplane for like a really long time until like technically he finally ate a whole airplane. Let's see, a couple repairs done on Mark's 666, replaced the smoke unit, the contacts at the bottom and the wheels, and fixed the light on it. Nice, that's good. Took him 5 years or so. Yeah, I think it's pretty quick, right? Like, doesn't that just seem really fast? I'm not sure. I'm not I'm not very versed with how long it takes to eat a plane, unfortunately. You know, can't say that's something that's my forte. I feel like that's probably pretty quick. Is there like a Joey? Is he like the Joey Chestnut of airplanes? Is that a thing? Which, you know, funny that we bring that up. Joey Chestnut, what a goat. What a dog. I train a person. You fix my O gauge engine. Yeah, I mean, I'm down to fix really anything. Funny though that currently at the moment we cannot, we can't, we cannot get this out. What's the definition of insanity? Joey Chestnut got disqualified not this year, but the previous year. So he didn't compete, and it was due to like his sponsorship with some other hot dog company that like prohibited him from eating, I want to say. Or like eating the hot dogs that Nathan was offering. There was something that happened, but he competed this year, and shocker, he won. Okay, there we go. Huh. Guys, we got it out. Love to see it. And all it took was breaking one light bulb. Well, let's very carefully get this light bulb out of here. Did he get arrested? That's pretty mental. Imagine eating hot dogs for a living and you're just getting jailed for eating too much dog. All right, guys, I'm gonna go see if I have a replacement bulb. What do you think about purchasing train lots on like eBay or something? Um, I just hold. Let me grab my water real quick. Um, so most of my lots that I buy, hello, cat. Most of the lots that I buy, I like to buy in person, or I buy from people that are part of like certain Facebook groups. Buying eBay lots, I don't think there's like really anything against it. I don't have anything against it personally. It just depends on what they're advertising it as. I'd just be wary. Like when people sell stuff in bulk, it's usually because they're struggling to move it individually. But you know, eBay is a good way to get lots if you don't have them local to you, because not everybody just has a Facebook Marketplace that's littered with model trains. Let's see, modeling mainline. Video ideas, finding a train lot for 200 and to see if one loco runs. My friend was trying to help the live chat for them, wasn't going in. Okay, all right. Yeah, I've had some videos similar to that. But that's a good video idea. I really like making the videos of purchasing train lots. That's probably like one of my favorite types to do is whenever I buy a ton of trains and we're just trying to get them running. Apparently, he pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor battery and got 180 days of probation. Bro, yeah, I guess you could say he was beating meat, I guess, bro. That's pretty tough. That's my dog eater. But yeah, Simply Aviation. If I were you, I would try to buy stuff in person so you can see it, and especially like lots are usually more expensive. So that way you're making a more informed decision. Like I said, most of the stuff I buy in person. And at this point, I've networked so much that I have contacts and stuff, and people reach out to me with trains. Um, and yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's just so much better. In person is the way to go. But eBay, not everyone has them close to you, so eBay can be good. You just gotta be careful. Yeah, no, I agree with Josh. Definitely ask questions. Make sure to read the description, especially. How did we go from talking about trains to a guy eating a plane to Joey Chestnut getting arrested? See, that's the real question. We're stealing the light bulb off our other train. So, if you guys were not watching earlier, we were fixing a 242, but unfortunately, the drivetrain is just so warped that we can't get it to run, which does stink. However, we're going to steal the light bulb from it because I just smashed this light bulb on accident. Did not mean to do that. So I'm currently stealing the light bulb from that, and we're going to swap it over. Because, I mean, hey, there's one positive. One positive in all this is that we're able to reuse the light bulb. It's a win. A win is a win. So shout out to our donor 242. Real fun is getting it back in. Don't even mention it. All right. The real fun, though, is we need to fix this. And our main issue here is our E unit is getting stuck, which I'm sure you guys are probably can see this. This E unit is new. So let's get some. Let me see if I can try to grab it somewhere and maybe loosen it up a little bit. But this is really clean. This is a pre-war chassis. This definitely has been restored. These are newer wires and they're freshly soldered, etc. Modeling mainline. Let's hear the train joke. How does a train hear another train coming? With its engineers. Oh, that's cute. With its engineers. I get it. I get it. I guess what we'll do is let's just douse this with some Berrymans. And we'll see how that did. And we'll just cycle this a ton of times. Whoop. Again, this is the poor man's E-unit hack because I'm not taking apart the E-unit. All right, so the train has been reduced to just this chassis. Hello? Oh. Well, okay. Didn't mean to launch it off of the track. Let's see if I can get a better camera angle for you guys. Did not mean to do that. That's for sure. Looks like we're still having some issues with the E unit, so we'll try to see what we can do. I'm gonna help you and SMT collab. Yeah, the only I don't know if that would ever actually be able to materialize because the only downside is he in Canada? Spoiler alert, I am unfortunately not in Canada. Dude, this thing is not doing great. We'll let it run around for a little bit. Let it run around a little bit while we read the chat. Okay, glad to know that it is back to normal. Yeah, we're going to let this guy just do a few laps, freshen up the legs a little bit. The greatest 04 ever, yes. All right, it's time to give her the E unit treatment. We're going to wiggle this till it works. Well, we tried this earlier in the stream, and we were rather unsuccessful with our other 242. So now take two of trying to fix another E unit. A lot of E unit problems today. Maybe a live stream, not like a meet and greet or something. Yeah, maybe. I'm just like all things considered, I'm still a pretty small channel. You know, we're growing, we're getting there. I'm still pretty small. Let's unscrew our E unit. We're going to take this screw out right here. Cut that guy out. So now, let's move that wire out of the way. And it sucks because this is obviously a newer E unit. All right, there's our culprit. Modeling, I appreciate it. The unit could not be catching on the drum for it to rotate. Maybe. Here's the lever. The lever's right here. Why is it? Wow, it has so much resistance. Let's get some Berrymans in here. This has like usually it's like a 50% success rate. Well, let's see how that does. Let's slide our E unit back in. I'm going to see if we've got any better luck on the track real quick. Oh, I may not like that. I didn't screw it back in. Oh, God bless the lights. So bright. Well, let me screw it back in. Let's get this back into place here. Oh, I wish that was magnetic. I thought it was. There we go. I think it was this one. Is it this one? Rattle and roll the E unit. Yeah. It's a very official repair. Very official, actually. Now, if you ever go to like repair school to fix toy trains, which I don't know why you would, but say you do, first thing they teach you right there is the old rattly-roo to get the E unit freed up. Well, see, it's all fun and games. It's all fun and games until the old rattly-roo works. Let's check it out here. This locomotive is a pre-war 242 number 258. Oh, don't get stuck on me now. That's a lot better. See, what did I tell you guys? Sometimes that works. Sometimes it doesn't, but sometimes it does. And I would agree. Yeah, it's a pretty solid runner right there. All we've got to do is put it back together, which that's half the battle right there, if we're being honest. If you're just now tuning in, when we took this apart, we broke the light bulb. So all I can do is cross my fingers and dot my I's that I do not break another light bulb. I only have so many light bulbs. I can't just keep breaking them. But yeah, this looks like a great runner. Modeling Mainline, thanks for tuning in, bro. Bringing the ideas, bringing the good vibes, man. Super awesome to see you. Have a great night, man. Hopefully, I'll see you in the next live. I appreciate you stopping by. All right. Now we've just got to get this guy back in. I just want to make sure we've got this screwed in tight enough. I don't think that's going anywhere. All right. Please, everybody, fingers crossed, we're not going to break another light bulb. Because I only have one extra one as far as I'm concerned. Should try it on your 1948. Yeah, I've had pretty decent luck with it. Hopefully it does. I will say this is a lot better. Like just trying this is so much better than actually taking the unit apart and trying to fix it. You think putting locomotives back together is the easiest part? See, that is true. It is very tough to take them apart sometimes, I've learned. I feel like oftentimes that can be pretty challenging. Which I think we're going to deal with right now. I wish like somehow this could come out. I don't think it does. Oh, it's got like little, I think I can pop this out. Hold on. We may be able to make this so much easier, guys. Oh, never mind. No. I don't think that's part of the same thing. I think this is like riveted in. Okay. Now we just have to get this back in. Please do not break. Yeah, I'm thinking I think that's what I'm gonna have to do here. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to bend the E unit. Let's see. I got a Pennsylvania 249 I got from a friend that lived in my town in Winchester. Put label 102 or 3 on the gears, move back and forth. Oh, you put LaBelle on it. Works well now. That's what we like to hear. It's all about preserving the trains, keeping them alive. See, I don't. This is just has to go with not knowing a lot about the pre-war stuff. But I don't know if I can, because this is held. This right here is held on by this C clip. But outside of the C clip right here, if I take this off, all of this still stays on. So I'm looking for like I think the only thing that's keeping this on, there's a tab right here. I think like I could pop off this tab. There's one metal tab right here, and there's another metal tab right there that's holding it on. So I could pop those off. But I mean, it's dang, dude, that's pretty on there. It bent my pliers. But yeah, that's pretty on there. Yeah, those little guys can break off. Ooh, I got an idea. What if we can somehow put the light bulb on inside of it? All right, watch this. Operation, install the chassis. Okay. And then I wonder if somehow, oh, there's no way. Yo, there's no way. I know I'm glad that I had the ambition. Can the front boiler cover come off? Oh, that's terrible. There's a screw on the boiler plate. No! There's a screw this whole time. There was a screw right here. Oh no. I didn't realize it. Oh no. Well, I would have made all this so much easier. That's so funny. Well, I'm glad you said something. Let's see. Hopefully. Oh, look at that. Bam. And we'll just be able to put in the light bulb afterwards. All right, that's going to be perfect. It's going to be money. Yo, user PG, thank you so much. You just saved my life. Wow, what a great shout. What a great shout. All right, now we just got to get this locomotive back in. Okay, we just clipped it back into place. See, that's the upside to live streaming all this, is you guys, with all your infinite wisdom, get to come in here and teach me how to work on my trains. It's a win-win. All right. Yeah, and that's great. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, we've only got a few things to put back together. So the real game is trying to remember what went where. So first we have this weight. Yeah, I think the weight went right here. Yep. The weight went here, and then this little nut went on the weight. So let's screw this guy back on. Okay. And again, if only we had a pair of pliers with us tonight, but unfortunately, some homeless dude stole it. What am I gonna fix once this is finished? After this, I'll let you guys pick. I've got a Hiawatha that I got in. It's an MTH tin plate tradition O-gauge Hiawatha. Would you guys want to see me test that out? I haven't tested it. It'll probably run, but I've yet to test it on this channel. So it's currently sitting in my living room. The audio got a lot clearer. My mic may have disconnected, so it may just be coming in through my. I don't know. That's good. I can hear my audio too. The audio sounds great on my computer. Chat. Did this screw go here? Pretty sure it did. Oh, we almost lost the train. Whew. Whew. That could have been really bad. Original Lionel pre-war Hiawatha steam locomotives with the passenger cars are worth a lot of money. I agree. Yes, they are worth a lot of money, and they are hard to come across. They are very hard to come across. I obviously had to settle for the tin plate tradition, but I haven't ran it yet. So we can definitely do that. I'm pretty sure this guy went down there. It's gonna be my guess. Because I'm pretty sure this guy went up here. Yes. Okay. We're getting there. There are a lot of moving parts, guys. A lot of moving parts. Normally, whenever I make videos about this stuff, I get to cheat and I just record this segment. I record taking everything apart, and then I just pause the recording and I open it and I replay it to see how to put it back together. There we go. There we go. Yeah, after this, we'll get that Hiawatha out. Run the Hiawatha later. Sweet. Yeah, I plan on streaming for at least a little bit longer too. So yeah, we can get that out running. We'll do a little run session. Let's see. Where do you get those foam mats? I actually picked this foam mat up at a random hobby shop in Texas. I think you're able to buy them online though. I'm sure you could look it up online and be able to find one. But yeah, this one I got from it was just I saw it on their shelf. They only had one for sale. I was like, oh, well that's kind of useful. So I just snagged it. Where do you get the? Let's see. The 3 diesel engines you have: Texas Special, Union Pacific, and the Canadian National and Santa Fe. Nice, Josh. Since when did I get a Hiawatha? Bro, I low-key forgot I got one.
Like, I know that sounds kind of silly, but I genuinely kind of forgot that I got it. Whoopsies. I picked it up in a lot with some other stuff. Like I got like a Flying Yankee with it, and then like an American Flyer M10,000. Do you have AWVR 777 or 767? I don't think so. I'll have to check though. Okay. The frame is back in. The only thing we're missing, let's put in our light bulb. The good one, not the broken one. Here it is. Because after all, we did break one light bulb. AWVR 777? That sounds familiar. What? Can somebody... Teresa, what is that? By the way, I like your videos. Well, thank you. That's really nice. I really appreciate you for tuning in. Oh, it's from the movie Unstoppable. Oh, yes. I do not have one. Sorry. I don't. I do not. All right, let's... Oh, sorry, guys. I bumped the camera. All right, I don't want to thread that the wrong way. What's up, Eugene? Hello, how am I doing tonight? Good evening. Eugene, I'm glad you're doing well tonight. Awesome to hear that. Appreciate you for coming in, stopping by, saying what's up in the live stream. Hope you had a great Friday. Hope everyone here had a good Friday. I, for one, am very glad that the week is over. Sweet. All right, we just got the front plate screwed back on. Unfortunately, our little bell popped out. That's so sad. So let's put our bell back on. And then we just need to throw these guys back on. So we'll get this guy on the track. I've got some freight cars for it. Do I have all the side rods and piston rods for the locomotive? For this guy, these are the only ones that I have. I only have this. I think maybe there should have been one here, and it looks like maybe another one on the front, but I only got this. This is all it came with. It looks like it got restored, though. If I had to guess, this definitely got worked on at some point. I mean, we could tell by the wiring. The wiring was a clear giveaway. Union Pacific got new heritage unit. It'll be the 5693. Hell yeah. Like insert bald eagle. We need to get a bald eagle like soundboard. Just press it and it makes a bunch of bald eagle noises. Yeah, it's weird. Some have more, and most of the 242s that we even have on this channel have more. I think they just use the same casting for the front wheel. You can see that there's like somewhere that maybe it could have gone, but I think it's just because it's the exact same casting. I think this is all it came with. I think that I really am, I'm like 99% sure that's the extent of the whole drivetrain. All right. Let me get this. All right. You guys give me like 2 seconds. I'm going to go grab the rolling stock that I have for this. Let me be right back. I guess we're gonna do a little unboxing. And I agree, the locomotives that have more definitely look more realistic. So let's go through the rolling stock that I have for this. I've got this sick caboose right here. So we'll be rocking this Lionel Lines caboose. Looks like the Thomas character James. This is the wrong coupler. Ignore. Not that one. I also have this Searchlight car right here. Oh, the one that I was fixing? Yeah, a little bit. Then I think the only other one I have, I've got this boxcar as well. So just a little consist, but it's tough to find ones that have these matching couplers. I'm gonna unplug my mic real quick. And I need to plug in my phone. Yeah, I don't have any other ones. All right, guys, we're gonna take a small break. At a train show recently, nice. All right, we're gonna take a small break. I'm gonna stay live during it, but we just gotta get a little bit more charge on the old phone arena. Which sucks because I charged my phone before starting this live stream. It just zapped so much charge. All right. Sweet, I've got my phone plugged in. Do I have a 4014 or an 844? I do not. But in the meantime, I'm going to grab that Hiawatha I was talking about, and we can look at it real quick while my phone is charging. Let me go grab it. It's pretty sick. Do I have a 4014 or an 844? I do not. But in the meantime, I'm going to grab that Hiawatha I was talking about. All right, so maybe this is why y'all were asking for a video going through my collection, because I just have so many of these random one-off trains. Oh, but here it is. You know, I can't show too much of it because my phone is still plugged in. But this is the Tin Plate Traditions. Yeah, I do agree. It does look standard gauge. But this was only sold, to my knowledge, it was only sold with... Yeah, this is Milwaukee Road, Teresa. But this was only sold with passenger cars. And whenever I picked this up, it actually did not come with the passenger car set. We have no clue where it went. Yeah, this is Milwaukee Road. If we take a look at the tender, it's got pickups on the tenders. Am I going to test it? Yes, we will test it. We will test it in like a few minutes. We're just getting some charge on my phone because it's going to die. So yeah, we're gonna test it. I think it has a smoke unit too. Maybe? Oh man, I don't even know. But yeah, it's got the printing on the bottom. We can even look at it. O-gauge motor, lubricate before running. Okay, it definitely does not have a smoke unit on second look. But yeah, we'll test it in a few minutes. In the meantime, I'm gonna start putting all this rolling stock on the track. Get this guy on there. We're gonna put this box car on. And the searchlight, I have no clue if this searchlight actually works. But we're also gonna get this guy up on there. These couplers are great. They're very efficient. And then here's the tender for the 258. It's right here. So let's get this onto the track. All right, let me get my microphone plugged back in and let's run this. All right, got the noise canceling microphone. I'm just testing to make sure it's working. I gotta let my screen catch up. All right, let me get my microphone plugged back in and let's run this. All right, got the noise canceling microphone. All right, we've got the microphone working. Let's get back over to the layout. All right, so here's the 248 that we, or 258, excuse me, that we just fixed. Let's get a good view of everything. All right, we've got the microphone working. Let's get back. Bam! It's a pretty good view. Let's test this guy out and make sure that all of our repairs work. Fingers crossed. Man, that looks so good. I mean, how can you not love that pre-war look? That just looks killer. Here, we'll slow it down just a little bit. Oh, that was a little too much. That thing looks great. Let's see, Teresa, you got a Canadian Pacific GP1, but the handrail from the front and back is bent. Yeah, the first thing I did, I immediately fired up and boom, it started going. Looks like the searchlight isn't working, but that's fine. No biggie on that. Okay, I'm gonna swap this guy onto the inside loop, and we're gonna put the Hiawatha on the outside. Look at that, E-unit working. Love to see it. Okay, let's get this off real quick. Now let's throw this guy onto here. All
All right, you guys are gonna have to bear with me, but we're gonna move this onto the inside loop. I don't know the minimum turn that the Hiawatha needs, but it's pretty big. Hello? Whoa! I don't know if you guys saw that, but our searchlight started working for a second. It unfortunately has stopped working. That was cool. Hold on. There we go. Let's see. You've got a pre-war 259E. Loves to run fast. Oh, it sucks that the Union Pacific was damaged, Teresa. It almost will not run slow. Yeah, I agree. It's doing better now. It likes this speed. Okay, let's get our Hiawatha on here. Oh no. There we go. Here's all. This should go on to. There we go. All right, that was a lot harder than I thought it would be. That was a lot harder than I thought it would be. Let's see if this guy will run though. Oh. Well, so much for being connected. Well, that totally blows. Well, what are the odds of that? Yeah, I'll test out the whistle. Even the whistle's being weird. Let's see. Everything's on. It started moving for a second. Well, I don't want to burn it out, but That kind of blows. I thought I was gonna run. Oh. Here, let's turn. I think we can get it running. I don't know if you guys could tell, but it's really close. It could just be dry. I think that may be the problem. User, thank you for tuning in. Hope you have a good night. Yeah, we're gonna try. I'm just gonna lube up the Hiawatha real quick. I think that's probably the problem.
This will probably be the last thing we fix tonight. I'm just gonna throw some oil in it real quick and see if we can get it working. But yeah, this will probably be the last thing we fix, and then we'll call it a night. Oh, also, it looks like our kitty cat showed up. Oh, never mind. She ran away. All right, let's put this back over on the bench. Yeah, this will probably be the last thing we do. It's getting late. But I think all it's gonna need is a little bit of oil. At least I hope so. What is my cat's name? 7 past midnight for you. All right, left-handed. We'll try it. We'll wrap it up. Seven past midnight. Made my YouTube. It's called Railroad Crossing the Kid. Nice. Sounds like a good channel. My cat's name. I don't. Her name currently is Luna, but I've been going through the process of trying to figure out a good name for her to keep. But I just I don't know, man. Luna just hasn't always felt right. That makes sense. But that was her name from the shelter, and her name from the shelter was Luna. But she's a sweet pea. She's the best. If she comes back out in a little bit, we'll put her on camera. But all we're doing right now, I had to plug my phone back in, so you can't really see all too well, but we're just putting some grease on this. We're trying to wake this up, if you will. Let's see. You got a cat named Ziva Marie. Nice. Is it a baby or normal? She's 1 year old, so I'd say she's an adult. I have tuxedo cats are very cute. Yeah, she's like a calico kind of mix. She looks a little funky, I'm not gonna lie. She's a funky kitty. All right, we're just gonna finish up, put on these little last bits of oil. Hopefully, this will spell better for us. but also not the brightest. Yeah, some cats are kind of hit or miss when it comes to smarts. I'm not gonna lie. Some cats got it, other cats don't. Oh, your cat's birthday's coming up. Happy early birthday to your kitty. All right. Let's see. So we're gonna try our Hiawatha. I'm gonna try putting her back up. See if I have any better luck. See, I'm thinking that all right. So I put it back on the track, and I think unfortunately I'm gonna have to take it apart. I think I'm gonna have to like really take it apart, which I really don't want to do right now. Because the issue right now is that I think the armature, I think the bearing that the armature rests on is dry. Probably gonna go to bed after the stream. What do you say? Should I try to fix the Hiawatha now or save it for next week? What do you guys say? If you guys want me to, I'll take it apart. We can try it. We'll try to knock it out tonight. If not, we'll save it for next week. Knock it out. Work on it now. All right, bet. Well, in that case, let's try to figure this out. I think the issue why it's not running is just it just needs routine maintenance. That's what I'm thinking. So, wow. I think my stream is tweaking because my phone may be getting hot. All right. Oh, man. Well, it looks like there's only a few spots where this mounts to the frame. But the main thing that we want to get out is just right here. So let's go for this screw. Let's go for that right there. I think it's a good start. We'll hit this guy. All right, let's get our screw out. Yeah, I think these ones are rated. I think it's rated for 54 if it has passenger cars on it. But I think by itself, it should be able to run on my outside loop. My outside loop is 42. I think it will be able to. It'll just be tight. Okay, so there's the first part of getting this out. I think what we're gonna do next is I'm gonna unscrew right here so we can take this plate off and see if we can just slide this out. So let's go ahead and start by unscrewing this. Yeah, autocorrect's the worst. You think like with AI and how far AI has come and stuff, autocorrect would be a little bit better, but here we are. You'd think they'd have figured it out by now. Okay, so we're gonna take this plate off. And I wonder how close we are to just sliding out. Looks like I may need to grab these screws as well. I don't, because I don't think there's anything on the top. No, I don't think there's anything on the top. Yeah, let's get this unscrewed. Does that need to come out? I don't know if that needs to come out. I'm going to put that back in, actually. I take that back. I take that back. Because Because we've got one end loose. So our right side is... Oh! There we go. Well, this is all I need access to right here. I literally just need this. Because all we're going to do, guys, and I think what we'll do, switch you guys up. All we're going to do is oil right here. I think this is our big culprit, is right here. And then flip it over to then get that. Let's get a little bit of oil here, or a little bit of grease. Let's see if this is any better. Hold on. What's up, Carl? Yeah, this right there will get you, man. I feel like I've also been burnt a lot of times chasing stuff and always seem to end right back there. But on a positive note, looks like I just need to walk this out, and then this is really weird. I have to move. I have to slide this a little bit. Okay, there we go. I think I went the wrong way. Wow, this is really odd. Oh man. We just got to get this front part into these two holes. This is a lot harder than it looks. But as I rotate the wheels, it slowly slides into position. Okay, let's go the other way. Nope, that's the wrong way. All right, we're finally back loose again. So now all we got to do and put this piston rod back in. Oh my goodness. Okay. I guess we'll just keep cycling this through until it finally slides into position. I've just got to find the perfect spot where it wants to just slide all in at the same time. So we're just going to keep cycling it. So this is the downside to working on bigger steam engines with more moving parts. $2 to sing the Gummy Bear song. Why would I sing the... First of all, thank you for the $2 super chat. That is very kind of you. But I am not singing the Gummy Bear song. Maybe next stream. We'll bump it. We'll bump it next stream, bro. I don't know if I have the Gummy Bear song in me right now. Dude, it's a baller song. What's like, I'll pay another $2 if you do. Yo. With the hold on, let me see if I can. Well, I'm just like mercilessly just beating the crap out of this. Here, let's change the angle. Yo, who's why did two people thumb up that super chat? Yo, if you thumbed up that super chat, if you gave that a thumbs up, you're getting banned. Yeah, whoever liked that message, you're getting banned. %. On site. Literally on site. You will get banned. There we go. I had to plug in my phone. I was gonna die. Yeah, anybody who thumbed that up, you're getting banned. Bro removed his like. No way. Bro, I'm crying, bro. Someone actually removed their like. I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just kidding. That's actually really funny. I would appreciate it if this could just hold on. This is so close to going in. If only it would go back in as easily as it came out. We'll sing. I'll sing the. Hey, whenever I get this running, I'll sing the Gummy Bear song, bro. I got you. I got you, bro. You got my word. You got my word. When we get this going, we'll do the Gummy Bear song. You'll give me $5 to say my McDonald's order? Bro, I'm a McDonald's fiend, actually. Fun fact. My McDonald's order, I'm a big, like, depends. Are we talking breakfast or are we talking dinner? Because if we're talking breakfast, give me their breakfast extra value meal, $4 sausage McMuffin with a hash brown and a hot coffee. But for dinner, give me a 20-piece McNugget and an M&M McFlurry. Through and through. Give me that 20-piece, 3 barbecue, and an M&M McFlurry. All day long. What did the Hiawatha say to the daylight steam locomotive? It told the Hiawatha it too slow to run anymore. Yo, it's real, bro. I need this Hiawatha to start working. That's what I need, bro. I need this Hiawatha to work. What are we doing? Yo, what is Hiawatha doing? Go to choices. Yo, the $5 super chat. SBR, I didn't think you were being legit. Thank you for the $5 super chat, bro. Go to choices. I appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it. With the super chat, you know what I'm gonna go spend it on? I'm gonna go get some McDonald's, bro. Like I have to, right? That's what you want me to do, right, man? I gotta go rip a McFlurry. Yo, this Hiawatha may be cooked, bro. What are we doing? Literally, what are we doing? I may disconnect some of the linkage. We've lost the plot, guys. We've lost the plot. We're now stuck. This Hiawatha is stuck. If I got a $500 donation, yo, all right. If we got a $500 dono, we're gonna go gamble it. That's probably what we do. Double or none. Let's go put it like we do like a blackjack hand on stream. Going out, yes. I will take my lovely girlfriend on a date. And we'll go grab dinner. And then we'll gamble. No, Strasbourg, please do not. Nobody super chat $500. Please. For all that is holy, nobody super chat me that money. Please. The $5 donos, you don't have to donate at all. There is no donations required. It obviously is very kind, and I very much appreciate it. But no donos required at all. Also, I think we just got it almost into the right spot. This Hiawatha is the MTH Tin Plate Traditions Hiawatha. And it's so, dude, it's like right there, bro. It's so close. $2 for the Gumdor song. Honest guy. Yeah, I appreciate that. It's very kind. We were so close. Guys, the second we get this in here, we're throwing this on the track. And I hope to everything in this world that it runs. Okay, these just need to go. There we go. Okay, that's clipped back in. Bam. Oh, we got it. Yes, finally. We got it back in. How long did that take? Well, it last like 13 minutes. Ooh. Give me that. Give me that. We finally got the drivetrain back in. Favorite video that I've made to date. I'd probably say my favorite video that I've made. Oh wow, that's pretty tough. I really like the video that I made about the six. It was like one of my first like big collection videos. So the video where I did the like $600 collection, had the Polar Express and stuff, and I set out that huge fast track loop around my apartment. I think that'd probably be my favorite one. It was nice. It was cool having that big loop, and if I could go, like, I wish I could have it right now. I'd be able to run some really cool stuff with it. So I'd probably say that. And it was also like one of the bigger like investments I made into a video to date. That was like one of my first big purchases, especially for the hobby. I'd probably say that. Made it to the double digits in terms of live viewers. Yeah, we had, I mean, even right now, we've got 8 or so people watching. Serenity to get things. Yeah, I need to say nice things about the train. Yeah, double digit viewers. We've had a lot of people tuning in, which is killer. Everybody watching, what is up? Thank you so much. If you're tuning in, all we've got left to do is we just need to screw this back together, and it should hopefully run. I've just got to get it. There's a tiny hump right here. It just needs to get over. No. We're doing a little magic off camera right now to try to wiggle this into position. You're watching me twice right now. I'm on the TV and on the phone? Dang, dude. That is some real commitment right there. Bam. All right. I just got the E-unit into position. Let's get this screwed in. You really want a Lionel tin plate, but your boomer like to sell them for $1 million. Dude, yeah, Trains and Tech on the smart fridge is maybe a power play. Be kind of tough. If someone watches me on their smart fridge, all right, if somebody posts on Reddit of watching me on their smart fridge, I'll send you a free train. I will mail you a free train if anyone does that. All right, we just got to screw this back in. Yo, we were really close to being all put back together. All right, we've got this bracket back on. Yo, watch after all of this that we just did, it doesn't run. We're not going to say it though. We're going to speak positively. All right, there's screw number 1 in. Don't jinx it. I know. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. All right, I'll test it. Remember, I'll put it on camera and test it with you guys. I'm just gonna get it set up on the track real quick. All right, let me plug back in my mic real quick. Because it may get loud in here. Strasburg asked, is that an MTH? Yes, it is. It is an MTH. It's based off Lionel. It's like Lionel tooling and stuff, but it is MTH. And then I'm just going to make sure that my mic's picking up audio real quick. And there we go. All right, we are rocking and rolling. All right, let's get back over to our layout. It's a big moment of truth right now. We have been dealing with this Hiawatha for definitely a second. And it would be nice to claim a little victory for the night, so hopefully. Hopefully we just gotta. Let's hook up our tender and. All right, this is a big moment of truth. The Hiawatha is connected back on the rails. Let's see if we have any luck. It's moving very slightly. Hold on. Bro, it wants to so bad.
Well, don't do that. Yo, it is so close. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Yo, it is not supposed to be running on this track. It is lifting off the track as it's turning. Oh my gosh, please do not fall off my track. Please do not fall off. Please do not fall off. Like, guys, it's pretty bad. It's tilting all the way off. Please don't fall. I will say though, finally, it is running, which is just love to see it. That took forever. Yeah, this thing is definitely supposed to be running on 054. I fear that my VW transformer is not strong enough to run both of these trains at once. Because this Hiawatha is such a power grab. Oh my goodness. Oh, I owe the Gummy Bear song. I guess I do. It's like, oh, I'm a gummy bear. Yes, I'm a gummy bear. Oh, I'm a something gummy bear. Yeah, there you go. Well, it does run. That's really promising. Yeah, there you go. That's just for you, SBR. If I show you guys, like, watch. It tilts off the track. So it's definitely meant to go on like 054. Oh, thank you, left-handed. Yes, that is true. There is a power line down. That's what we'd like to see. Well, I would say that overall, you know, hold on. There we go. Hold on. Just work, please. Okay. All right. My transformer may blow up. So, okay, I got a ZW. Oh, great. All right, it's nearly 10 at night. But so I got a ZW, but part of the ZW isn't working. Like the left post, unfortunately, is not working. It doesn't have any AC output right now. So maybe next Friday we'll try to see if we can fix that ZW. Because this right here is a VW. It puts out like 170 watts, but nowhere near the 275 watt from the Z-Dub. But this Hiawatha would be running better if it was on the correct radius. That is one thing I can tell right now is every time it's turning, like if this was the train, it tilts out and it's losing connection. So it's not taking the turns too well right now, which is all right. But it is running, and that's what matters. Well, I think I'll probably call it there. It's getting late, and I got a new downstairs neighbor, and I don't want to. This Hiawatha is loud. I think it's because it's really heavy. It's probably like 7 pounds. And it's like do, 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 every time it's going over that poor tube track. So I think we're in a let's see, left-handed. I didn't realize that was a VW. In fact, I didn't realize it existed. I thought it was just a ZW, KW, or something else. Yeah, no, this guy right here is a VW. It's like an in-between child. It's like a little bit better than a KW, but it's nowhere near as strong as a ZW. Oh, I'm a big VW fan as well. Look, we've even got newer bug on the layout. I got this whenever I was like a little guy. Yeah, good night, Josh. Everybody who tuned in, this was nearly a 3-hour stream. Yeah, slug bug. So thanks everyone for tuning in, and for the super chats. Thank you so much, SBR, for the super chats, and you got your gummy bear song because I did get the Hiawatha running. So I appreciate everyone for tuning in. I think we're gonna make this a routine thing, and to celebrate, I will grab my cat as well. She is right here. Oh, come here, kitty. You gotta say bye to everybody on the stream. There she is. All right, the cat's gonna say goodbye. Hooah! There she is. Say goodbye, kitty. Whoop. Better see the Jivo running next stream. At least it running in Serenity. Yep, there's the cat. Cat made a little guest appearance. All right, thanks everyone for tuning in. New video probably next Saturday. We'll see, but it should be a collection overview. And then we'll probably be live next Friday. Maybe live tomorrow. We'll see, though. Yeah, left-handed, have a good night. SBR, have a good night. Josh, have a good night. Yeah, anybody else who's still tuning in is just lurking, have a great night, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.